Hello everyone, welcome to another motovlog on my channel. My name is Marshall3498, and today's motovlog I'd like to talk about is motorcycle related, and it's about a specific brand that I think is well overdue for a change. And this topic may upset you, and it may upset you after watching it. If it does, I'm not intended to do that, but times are changing, everything's changing, and you know, this particular motorcycle brand I think needs to do some changing. That brand is Harley Davidson, and what I agree with on their new changing of really going to the Rev Max motor as a whole. You know, Harley's new owners are trying to get away from the, you know, $35,000 street glide or road glide. And for those kind of people who love those bikes, if you want the old school sound, the old school technology, with just like, you know, better brakes, ABS and navigation and cruise, you know, throttle by wire stuff, great, more power to you. It's your money, it's your option you want to spend. All I'm saying is Harley, I think, is moving in the right direction of changing the whole, you know, genre of the normal stuff they build, and you know, for good reason. The new CEO, I think, has done a really good thing, especially in the Pan America, to get people who would normally, who are Harley brand faithful and would never buy an adventure bike but wanted one, but they wouldn't buy one because Harley didn't make one. Now they have that option, which is great. You know, it keeps the loyal fans of their brand. It gets them off-road riding. It gets them on a different style of bike than they're used to. I think the electronic ride height, if you buy that one, is a really good thing for people. You know, you got people on cruisers who are used to having their feet forward, not slightly behind them. So then they don't necessarily, they're not used to that. For one, they're not used to not being able to touch the ground so easy. So the electric ride height thing lowers the bike down. They can flat foot and then some with a bent knee, and you know, they're happy and comfortable. That's great. Plus it gets people, you know, to the Harley brand, I think, and it gets some of them into the adventure riding who, you know, can't ride a bike with a 36 inch seat height. And you know, I'm not sure off the top of my head what that bike lowers to, but I'm sure, I think it lowers to like something like 29 inches or something like that. It's pretty low. Like I said, I don't remember exactly off the top of my head, but the new Sportster S, same thing. The motor, way different. Yeah, I know it's based upon what's in the Pan Am or Pan America, that, you know, where it sounds more like a Ducati and less like a Harley, and it's no valve adjustment ever needed. Well, and that's awesome, because that stuff can get kind of expensive. At least we'll say 500 to 1,000 bucks, depending on the dealer and the brand of bike. Maybe more if you buy Ducati. I don't know, the Desmo thing that everybody talks about. And those bikes, they have regular, you know, like lifters, I believe, like a traditional automobile, like an old small block Chevy, that really never need adjusting. They're self-adjusting, and that's cool. Plus the motors make a lot more power, over 100 horsepower, like bone stock, right off Sherman 4. I think a Pan Am makes like 150, I think, if my memory serves right, which is pretty spicy. You know, those are, no pun intended, those are Japanese only, or European Japanese, either one. You know, the big four and the Italian stuff kind of numbers that Harley bikes, unless they had like a stage 18, would make to save their life. And you know, they rev to like 11,000. Most of your traditional Harleys rev to like 6, maybe like 5.5. So it's a good thing that they're changing the brand, and they're changing the direction of the brand as a whole, and they're making changes that, you know, just to try something different. And I think the last time that I seen something about the sales numbers about the Pan America, that it's like, it's done some really good sales numbers as far as how many bikes they've sold in the first like year that they've been introduced, because they're not been out that long. forget the exact time they come out, but I know they did come out. This is 2020. I'm recording this. They come out in 2021 sometime, I think in like the late spring, early summer. So they've not been out that long, and they've done real well, and I'm glad. That's cool. But you know, Harleys, they sell so many t-shirts and stuff, you know, and all the traditional stuff. It's time they went a different path and you know, tried something different, because the new owner, the new CEO, whatever, who's in charge of all that, you know, wanted them to try something different and take a chance. And of course, you know, it took some time to develop the Pan Am, but you know, because of that, they have a motor they can use in a couple different bikes. I think if Harley's smart, they'll come out with a mid-size adventure bike. Not everybody can afford a, you know, $18,000, $19,000, $21,000, depending on how it's optioned out, Pan Am. If they come out with a bike that's like 450, 500 pounds and make that bike say like 13 or 14, I think it would do well. And they probably will, because, you know, all these motorcycle companies these days are all competing. Everybody's competing. Money's tight, everything's going up, inflation's going up, so everybody, they're competing now more than ever, because that dollar is going not as far as everything else. You know, mortgages went up, rents went up, gas went up there for a while, that numbers that I've not seen in a long time. You know, I'm 42 as of recording this, and I've not seen gas that high in like 12 years. And when it got to like right at 450, it's not now it's like 340. Now 340 seems cheap compared to what it was, because for like, you know, the last 4 or 5 months it's been creeping up to, you know, it started at like not even $3, and it kept creeping up and up and up, and then sometimes it went up as much as like 25-30 cents overnight. And now diesel's still like $5, but I don't know why, but it is. But like I said, I think Harley's going the right direction. I'm happy to see them doing better, because, you know, not everybody can afford those expensive bikes anymore for the same old, you know, like I said, $30,000, $25,000 bagger that maybe some people are just, you know, the newer, younger market, maybe they're just not down with that, and they want to do the whole adventure bike thing because it's that popular. And well, they recognize that and built a pretty good first try, I think. I've not ridden one, but there's lots of people that I respect in the motorcycle reviewing community and YouTubers, so to speak, that have a lot of good things to say about it, and for good reason, because, you know, they did their homework, they put in their time, their money, and equity, and they did a good job on the first try for sure. Like I said, I think they'll do better if they come out with something a little more affordable in the next year or two, because not everybody can afford that. You know, motorcycles, let's be honest, they're a toy, and they're something that is not technically needed. And if you can make something that's not technically needed that much cheaper, everybody wins, and everybody can go out and, you know, and buy that, you know, middle price adventure bike that is more able to afford. So, but on that, guys, that's a all I've got for today's motovlog. If you've not already done so, please like, share, and subscribe. Ride safe, have fun. We'll see you on the next one. See ya.